it's always something different than what you plan. So this end we just slide on the place. Hose is going nice here. Yes. Watching Wanna Be Overlander, rebuilding by Overland vehicle. So welcome back to Wanna Be Overlander YouTube channel. And this episode I hope I can camperize my T4 almost ready, so we can go make some test trip with this and try to sleep here. Last episode I have a little bit issue with the gluing panels, and I make some re-upholstery second time for this panel, which I glued already a few weeks ago. But now it's ready and we should be able to close this panel permanently. So this time it's a last fitting. I have anything connections done here, and the cables are in the place and routed, and anything should be fine. So the thing with this panel is when the seat is on the place, there's no place to remove or fitting this panel. So every time I need to open this section, I need to unbolt a rock and roll bed and sliding it there where it is right now. So then I have access to this panel and also this air filter. I hope this is possible to fit here. It could go to place, but there is no any extra. Yeah, that's it. Then I'm sliding this seat back on the place. I need to put some screw in down there, plastic nuts and something like that. I'm not going to film that. So the side panel is on. These plastic nuts are not easy to find. Here I have a little bit fitting issue with this rubber, but it's not goes over this rubber and under this lip, but no problem, it's not a big issue. And then I have this side panel which I should screw there. This is the maintenance route. I have this cable here. There is a vacuum actuator for this air unit, so it's normal closed like this, so it's not take fresh air from outside. If you push that air circulator button from the dashboard, then it stays like this when you open the fan. But normally you open the fan, you have a fresh air setting, then this flap turns here and it takes fresh air from out. So if I want to use this in a parking mode, I need to make some kind of cable here so I could pull this flap open. So that's why I have this cable here. If this wire be here, it could operate automatic, or I could manual force it here. That's my plan. So now I'm screwing this on, and then this side is done. So now my air unit, I have these air valves here, and this rear overhead shelf and air pipe coming here. And this is my air unit now. If I need one more air nozzle here, I could do anytime here one more hole and put the one hose here and have a nozzle here, but I don't do that now. So now I'm testing this with the second speed, and it sounds like this, and it's a quite nice airflow. So I hope sun panels, when I park in car, I could run this without draining my secondary battery. The last few days, perhaps 3 days, I have done these curtains to this my cabin because I have this pop-top roof. I don't want to leave that curtain rail here, because this area is where you should climbing up to the bed, and I want to have able to stand up here, so no curtain here. But when I need the privacy here, I want to have a curtain here. My front windows have tints and if I have a light here in the camper area, I could be shown to all world. So I lose a lot of time to figuring out how I can mount this curtain here. So I need to change some bolts and paint some brackets here, but the main thing is done. I have some mounting points here and some bolts, and where I attach the hinge to these corners, and I cut the rail to the couple of pieces. I make from sheet metal this kind of brackets. So this should be lift over and snaps to place like this. So now the rail is on the place. If this is too weak, I could fit here some extra material, some kind of L-bar or just a steel bar, 2 or 3 millimeters. But then it's much heavier. Now it's not heavy. So, and then I have these snaps here, and then the curtain is working. It's that easy, but it really takes me a couple of days, perhaps 3 days. I done it in one day, but because I'm figuring out how to do it, and I have a little bit extra material here, so the curtain could slice over. I don't need to pop it together here. And now I have access to the driver's seat anytime I want, and but definitely this is not the purpose to leave here when driving. Fit the curtains here and then piece and drop the rails here, and then this second strap here. If you don't want this hanging in the floor, you can attach this also here, but the main reason for this is the curtain, the rail is not hanging free here, it stays here. It's not very nice. I paint this one and change some screws and nuts, and then it's a little bit looks a little bit lighter, and perhaps rounding some edges. So that kind of thing today. Yeah, I built this kind of floor extension here. The reason is this: I could install the heater pipes here, and this underfloor heater vent here, and I have this kind of piece here which turns, another half air comes down here, another one goes under the bed. So this kind of system, this takes a lot of work because there's so tiny place. As you see, I need to make this kind of slots so I could have able to install these nozzles here, but I'm getting there. I'll show you later more. Okay, before I could finish that floor, I get this heater unit which are similar, which belongs to my van. I have already all wirings and the water pipes already there, but I didn't have this one. Now I have this, but I need to disassemble this. It's very rusty. As you see, all screw heads are gone. I don't know how I could open this, but I have to try. I'm not going to filming that. I'm disassemble this, check the part number for the heater core, trying to order a new one, and check the blower motor, what happens to that, and could I have a new one. I can show you this later when it's done. So here is my heater core, heater box to underfloor, and I'm cleaned and tested this motor, and it works just fine. My van don't have this kind of wire. I have just a motor connection, because this one is 1 year newer and from transporter. Here is this resistor inside this box. But I'm just going to put this back there. I'm not need this, but just to fill the hole, because I have that resistor in the engine bay near of the battery. I put the new screws here. Everything was so rust here. I have here new core. This is a low quality. This is able to change in under the floor if need to change this. This is from Top Run. This way where the pipes are going upwards. So it's going in this way. Yeah, it goes in quite nice. And we have a seal on the place. So, and then check what kind of screws we might have, because I need to cut off here plastic so I could take off the broken screws. And then the motor, and here is O-ring which seals this hole. So this should just drop on the place like this, and then put the screws. So now this unit is ready, and we have this seal which goes here. So let's go fit it to the van. So let's see how much I'm going to lose coolant. I'm trying to use this clamping tool, so I hope I'm not drain all the coolant. So let's see how much water will come off. I'm gonna get very messy with this, but what can I do? Need to take off hoses. It's not want to go off. Oh, another end off. Let's try to fit these holes. I'll wipe off my water a bit here. So this hose should be a lower hose, and this should be the upper hose. So if I fit the upper hose first, it should be just fine like this, and this should be the lower hose. I try to turn this a little bit more. It's not want to rotate. Yeah, I think now it's a bit more. Okay. Splashing the water. I hate these clamps. This, then the second one. I think they are fine now. I hope I don't need to never do this on the road. So now I'm going to take the heater unit and try to lift it onto place. And this should go on the place quite easy. But it's always something different than what you plan. So this end we just slide on the place. Hose is going nice here, yes. And this end should go up to this treated bolts. Like this. So it stays up now, and we could install. I see the heater core, if you need to take off here, you need to take off the propeller shaft, but I think it's doable. So it goes all the way up. I secure a couple of screws, and then these hose clamps. Yeah, it's on there. Hoses are quite firm here, yeah. All these clamps, I see there's no access to these clamps. So that's going to be a bit of issue if there is a leaking. These ones are on. Yeah, they're quite short with the floor here. They have place to be, but not any extra. So, but these clamps are really no place without removing the heater. I'll show you a bit. It's this kind of place. So there is clamps. Perhaps there might be access. I need to rotate one clamp a bit because it's touching the hose there. So it's not a very good position now. Need to rotate it a bit and the air hose to here. But this kind of heater. So let's take off these clamps and see what happens. Does it hold water? So there's not come off water much, perhaps 1 liter. So no water leaks so far. Everything seems to be dry and hose is getting warm, so it works properly. So we managed to install this without any hassle. And the switch working, and it blows warm air. Engine is not very hot yet, but it starts to blow warm. So this is fine. I'm going to shut down the engine. And the coolant won't get below the minimum, so we lost perhaps a couple of deciliter, and also the heater core nitrics take a few deciliter, so I could feel this later if it goes under the minimum. So this is fine now. And up here I made this kind of stainless steel channel because I don't want the air blows inside the floor. So I'm going to put this piece here. Then I'm going to put this grill here. You see the cap in down. Then I'm going to use another piece here so I could fill this hole and have a nice airflow. And my adjustable nozzles are here, and then there is going to be this piece. My door sill is done, and I put this some kind of aluminum here. I couldn't find this style which I wanted to put here, but there were no silver or gray color, there was only gold color, so I chose this one. I'm quite happy with this. And so is also this my extended step, and the reason why I extend this, I hide my air hoses here, and I have this secondary heater unit which you saw in this video earlier, and it's under the van now and it's working, and there is this air canals behind, and also this splitter which splits half air comes to these nozzles, and another half goes under the bed. So I think this is just fine now, and I'm quite happy with these results, but it really took me over 1 week, perhaps 1.5 weeks when I started this job. I rebuilt the undervan heater and make some kind of subframe here for this floor step, so now it's sturdy enough, because also we have this pop-top roof and second bed up here, so I could stand up here. It's gonna be some extra step here. Swivel seats are just able to swivel here, but then this corner comes here, but there is place to sit down here, and this heater hose could be behind the seat. So I hope this is not get too hot, but this is stainless steel splitter, so the heat is going to stay here. So I think it's just fine, and this swivel seat of course could also rotate here. It's a little bit sticky without seat, but it works. You careful with fingers. And then I have my swing out table mount here, and I'm quite happy with the results. And then I have this my special curtain rail here to the cockpit and the passenger area. Now I'm able to screw this on. I hope the final time. I've not put the curtains on yet, but I'm going to end this video here. It took so long time. I'm not have lots of progress on this video, but the time goes a lot. So I'm going to leave the next video, electrical and the water system. If I put those on, electrics and the water system, then just the seats on, and it should be able to go to test camping for a weekend somewhere. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and see you in next episode.